Welcome everybody. We're going to get started shortly. I'm just waiting for some people. We'll start in about a minute or so. Welcome everybody. This is Mike Medro for TradersHideout.com for June the 11th, 2012. And hope everybody had a great weekend. Got some rest. Let's get started. And for those of you on YouTube, feel free to post requests right on the live comments on the right hand side, right on top. Let's bring up one-day charts. The dollar's been gaining a little bit since the opening. It gained about 150 pips or so. I'd be looking for some sort of retracement, perhaps about 40 pips. This is a short-term trade, so I'm placing that buy right now. I'm going to try to do a quick scalp. And I'm going for around 30 pips or so. 2-to-1 TPSL, take profit stop loss. For those of you not sure what the take profit stop loss is, just look at the videos on the YouTube channel. And there's our order. I'll just bring that up. Last week our portfolio was up about 2.5% for the week, which is pretty good considering this is a fairly decent sized portfolio. It's a medium sized portfolio that I work with. It's not the large one. It's not scalping one most of the time. I generally don't do scalps on this portfolio. And all the trades that I make are on a real trading account. Okay, I do not do demo trading, so everything you see on here is on a real trading account. So that was the euro dollar. Let's bring up the Aussie dollar. Let's see if there's anything that we could be doing right now. It looks like it's going for low and low and low. 15-minute chart, it's went 10 pips, and for the last 4 or 5 hours, it's been down around 70, 80 pips. Let's bring up the 1-hour chart. See what that looks like. Yeah, definitely a big difference. Should still see a retracement here. There was a doji here. You know, we could go for a quick 20 pip on the up. And 2-to-1 TPSL. We're at 2.5, 2.2 on the spread. I'm just going to click on the buy. Notice I am going against the trend because it's time for a quick break. Just a small retracement. We're not looking for much. Actually going to do 25 pips. So the actual spread is 2.1 pips right now, 2.8, 2.2. So I end up being about with a stop loss of 10 pips or so, which is fine. So we'll submit that. forgot my camera. Sorry. There we go. Just put that here right at the bottom. Okay, let's keep on going. Bring up the dollar yen. Dollar yen is being that's a nice support right here. Is this tradable? I'm not sure that this is tradable. Let's bring up the 1 hour. 15-minute chart, it is not tradable at all. 22, still not tradable. Let's bring up the 4-hour chart. Maybe this will be a long-term trade. We could do, yeah, it's not tradable even on the 4-hour chart. So forget that. Could be looking for higher highs, but not right now. We just have to wait and see what's going on. Let's bring up the 1-day chart. Yeah, there's pretty strong resistance here, which is around 30 pips up. We might see, if you were to do a swing trade, you might want to go downward a little bit, around 40, 50 pips or so, but it is not tradable for now. Okay, and let's bring up the pound dollar. Looks like Mondays are like that. They're not always, there's not too much stuff going on. For those of you who are new to the channel, make sure that you do watch Trading 101 and Trading 102. We do free live training every Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And we teach you everything you need to know to trade from scratch. We could be looking for a retracement here, but there's actually something really interesting. If you were to take a look at that other one, let me just let's bring back the other chart, and you'll see the actual retracement went, if I'm not mistaken. Let's bring it up, and let's bring up 1 hour. Okay, notice how this is something really interesting. Notice that we had an opening, and I want to show you this, how different it is. Okay, notice that we had the actual opening gap, right, and we're down to the middle of the opening gap. And on this one right here, we're further down than the opening gap, and we made a trade for the retracement to around this level right here, which is about 30 pips or so. Okay, so that is something that we might want to look at, and this is we could see it going down further, but we do have a stop loss in there. This is really interesting because we should be able to. Here, let me place a new corner on here. Start from here. So at this level right here, okay, we're down around 41 pips, and you can see that by using this tool right here. Okay, it actually shows how many pips we're away from current level. So on this one, we're around 40 pips or so. Okay, so that's a pretty cool tool, isn't it? That's up in the next version. Okay, and let's bring it up on this one. Now, either this one is leading, okay, and this one is lagging, which means that there's still 20 pips here on the table. This is where you could do some very, very interesting profits on, well, probably at least for 18 pips. Let's see the pound dollar, it's about 2.5 pips. But I think that this one overshot for the downside too much. Okay, so it needs to come up, and we made this trade right here. We made that buy right here. So it should bring it up, and actually one of the things that we did is we did place that buy for that Aussie dollar. Okay, so let's bring up Kiwi dollar, see what that one looks like. Bring up the 1 hour chart. Okay, sorry. Here we go, 1 hour chart, and same thing here. It did go down. It's got about looks like the actual pound. Yeah, the Kiwi seems to be at par pretty much with the actual opening, but I don't see a trade right now. I just wait for that other trade. And let's see if there's any comments on YouTube. Are there any comments on there? Let's see. Are there any requests? Okay, and seeing the other streams. Yeah, we got one. We got one here from. You were asking for the Aussie Swissy. Okay, odd CHF, Aussie Swissy. That's the pretty big turn for the last. Yeah, it's only 25 pips. Let's bring up 1 hour. Well, 1 hour chart does have some meat in it, but I'm not quite sure. We're 15 pips away from support here. This could be a really interesting range trade. You could probably put a hedge both ways and get both of them winning, but you need to close the buy hedge around 19-20 pips up, and then close right here for around 15 pips down. Okay, so that might be a good place to hedge because you can see the supports are actually pretty strong. Okay, we got about 15 pips from actual current level. Let me just bring this up. Okay, we got 15 pips. You can actually see that where we are right now. We got 15 pips from actual current levels right here. Okay, so we could do a hedge on the upside for around 20 pips, on the downside for around 20 some odd pips. We could close both of them probably for 15 pips each. It seems that there's good support and good resistance. You know, you could you know, let them drop. If one shoots off, the other one will drop off on a 2-to-1 TPSL. So let's go right ahead. And my first one would actually be the buy. So let me do a buy, and then we'll do the short on that. Okay, so $20,000 units, 2-to-1 TPSL. We're not going to get greedy. Okay, we're around 4 pips, 5 pips on the spread that we have to pay. So we could go for around 25 pips, 26 pips. So that's 13 pips on a 2-to-1 TPSL, minus the 4 pips. We'll wait for it to come to around 4 pips, and then we'll place that trade, and then we'll also create that sell order. Well, because we're doing both ends, I'll actually only make 10,000 units. Okay, it's a fairly small. So I'm just ready here for the with the finger on the trigger. Okay, and I'm going to wait for it to come to around 4 pips. Okay, just wait a little bit. There's nothing wrong with waiting. You know, the entry is very, very important. You know, that extra 1 pip, you want to try to get all these juices. You know, all the extra pip juice that you can get. 1 pip here on the entry, and then another 2 pips maybe on the out. That's 3 pips. Every pip is money. 3.9. There we go. Hopefully we'll get in at 3.9. I'm going to go ahead and put a sell as well. Notice I just clicked on the buy and it made that a sell. Okay, I'm going to wait for that as well to come down to around under 4 pips, and we'll wait for a second. We'll see what we came in under. Now let's have a look. Yeah, we did get in around 3 pips, which is great. Okay, let's wait for a couple of seconds, and you got to time your entries. Don't rush. Okay, try to get that 1 pip. So we did manage to squeeze that 1 pip out of that buy, and now we're going to do the sell. Hopefully we can get the hedge from both ways, but if for those of you who are not familiar with the hedging, have a look at the actual videos on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see there's special hedging, also a video of special hedging for U.S. traders that you should check out. Okay, we're just waiting here for this one, and I'll set up the chart for the next one in the meantime. People are asking for Swiss yen. So I'll get ready for that one. It's behind already, waiting for us. Okay, 4.2 is still okay. 4.1, that's okay. We'll go for the 4.1 pips. There we go. So we're in 4.1, 3.8. It seems that we got in around 4 pips or so. Okay, so that's our board for now. Let's bring up that Swiss yen that someone asked for. For those of you on YouTube and you'd like to see something analyzed, just go ahead and type in on the right-hand box right here on the top. It says live comments. Just put in your comment, and I'll be sure to analyze it. Let's see what else we got. For those who are curious as to what we're doing, we're actually using the Traders Hideout platform. The link is right on top. If you want to be part of our panel, just plus Mike Metherell on Google Plus or on Twitter at Traders Hideout, and we'll be sure to get you involved. And let's bring up the 1 hour chart. Is that what you were asking? Yeah, this one also, if we're using that other analogy, we do have some room for a retrace here. Okay, we're on 30 pips. Okay, we're on 3.7 spread, so we could do that. Okay, so let's do a buy, quick buy, 10,000 units, nothing major. Well, for this account anyways. 2-to-1 TPSL, we're only going for 30 pips. Okay, 30 pips, don't forget, you got to check always your current spread. So our spread is 30 with a TPSL of 2-to-1, that's 15. 15 minus the pips means that we only got around 12.5 pips to go for the SL, for the stop loss. So I will wait a couple of seconds to get that set up, and then I'll submit it. 3.2 is okay, but we'll wait. We'll try to squeeze out that 3. You know, don't be hard-headed about like 0.1 pip, because you might miss out on the actual move. Okay. Next time it goes to 3.2 or 3.1, I'll get in. So I'll just wait here for a second and put that on. .8, 3.1. There we go. Submit. Let's see if we got in. Ah, pretty good. We got in around 2.9 pips or so. Okay. So let's see if there's any other requests on YouTube. This is actually a short session today. There's not too much going on. Mondays are like that. The next time, our next session is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, midnight at Greenwich Mean Time, and we'll let these run, and we'll just see what's going on for us. Then. Okay, just wait here for a few seconds, and then we'll end the broadcast. For those of you who want to hang out with me, just add me on Google plus Mike Metherell, and feel free to download the actual platform, tradershideout.com. This is Mike Metherell wishing you, may the profits be with you, and we'll see you at the next session at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, midnight Greenwich Mean Time. Have a good day, y'all.